harvesters, I am back. Let's turn the camera around and see what's going on with these mini harvester frames.
Hey Simon, great that you're here from Australia. We met back at Appamondia last year in 25.
Yeah.
You sent me home with the frame.
Yes.
We tried to get that filled out early, and then we've been kind of collaborating a little bit on helping you out here on the state side with some things, and through that I've had access to a few frames. And so I think you saw the video where I rolled those frames.
I saw the video of you rolling on some beeswax, which I haven't done before, and I'm very interested to see how thorough it is and how it works, whether the bees care for that.
Right.
Yeah.
So those frames plus some others that I rolled are in this box.
Right.
And so I thought it'd be fun for you to be able to see your first micro harvester frames in the U.S.
Yeah, I have not seen any yet. So
in
this
person, right? So
this is it.
this is where it's going to be, right here.
Pretty excited by this.
Now we did some adaptation to get these into a medium-sized frame.
Well, I remember you were making another sort of extra frame to go around it to support that size, since we haven't made that up yet. Oh yeah, MHH on the top.
Yeah.
Very excited to see how this is looking. How long have they been in this hive?
These went in on Sunday, so about 4 days ago.
Today's Thursday. So they've been in there for 4 days.
Yeah.
Have a look at this. Oh, did you see that? There's honey already in there.
Yeah, is there?
There
Some
is.
nectar? Oh, look at that glistening nectar. Sweetness.
Now, I've not had, I don't think I can think of it, 4 days, yeah?
4 days, yes.
Yeah, 4 days. So I've not seen it such that there has been a primed frame that has gone from the beehive through to having honey in it in 4 days. I've not experienced that. You do need to prime these frames the initial time you do something with them. But look how quick that's gone. You can see it in there already. It's only, oh look at that, that's amazing. So that's actually happened really quickly, and you're telling me you did that with just did you say a beeswax roller?
We just did a roller, yeah. It's a sponge roller.
You've done really well, that's great.
There's
Another one, there's more. Gee, that's, well, we can't do the maths quickly, but at least the 10% of that's already got good honey in it.
Yep.
And that's 4 days. That really surprises me.
Yeah, we're in this part of the state that you're in Texas. We are very close to what is our largest tallow flow.
Oh yeah?
Plant is the Chinese tallow tree.
Okay.
Produces copious amounts of nectar for us.
Look at that there. Now I know it's honey in some cells, but the thing that I'm most excited about is that's happened in 4 days on a plastic frame, which can often take a little bit longer for the first time for the bees to take to it. So hang on a minute. Yeah, that's close on half full.
Yeah. So you can see a little bit of where the roller rolls over. It's probably more pronounced up here where the roller rolls over. And so it just rolls across the top of those cells, but we can see evidence where they've been picking that wax off and probably reusing it in the hive as well. This was coated with wax, as was in that video, and then even probably more so when I did the rest of them. And here you can see they almost cleaned it all off completely.
They have too.
Right there.
Now the reason why we hadn't recommended this, firstly we just hadn't had time to test every option of how to prime a frame, but I didn't want people putting liquid beeswax on initially because it can fill the bottom of the cells and block them up. If you block up those cells, you can't get the honey out when you go to use the micro honey harvester. So what I'm really looking for now is I'm looking in those cells to see if I get the impression of any blocked up cells from what Andy's done. But I'm not seeing any of that, Andy, at all. I think it's been filled in no differently to how my bees would do it from rubbing beeswax on. So I'm going to suggest that we might soon have a new recommendation of how to prime the frames. You would be able to harvest from here in a week at this rate?
We will hold up until they get the wax capping on. And that'll probably happen as the tallow comes in. They'll have the resource to draw that wax. We'll be ready to go.
What you're going to love about this method, Andy, is sometimes bees only fill certain areas of the frame, and by the time they might fill these first couple of cassettes in the middle, you can actually start harvesting at that point. Once the cappings are on here, the others might still be following through. Doesn't matter, you can take from these ones, and in fact you can change the positions of the cassettes around. So you're going to like that, you can harvest without a complete frame.
Just for reference,
Oh, yeah?
not that this is a really scientific method or anything, we can see they've put a little bit of wax in here, but this was wax that we protected for them for the year, right? But if you look on this frame, the cells that have stuff in them is not quite as many as what's on each of the frames of
Amazing.
the cassettes, right?
Yep.
So they've really taken to it is the point.
They have.
And just a quick observation here.
I like to always point out to people that plastic takes a bit longer for the first time it's used. But here, I know you're saying not scientifically validated, but this test of one example tells me that they've moved into this faster than they've moved into the foundation you're providing.
This one's doesn't quite have as much on it on this side.
Yeah, a little bit going on, but
And then on this side, I haven't looked at it.
not so much yet.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a little bit. So it's
But
not
they've cleaned
none.
the wax off of it.
And
already.
importantly, they've cleared I can see that they've gone in there and put
Done the preparation.
beeswax
Yeah.
in the bottom of the cells, which is something they do anyway.
Yeah.
That's great.
Well, we just thought you'd be interested to see, since you're here on the state side, and kind of see your innovation at work, really at work in the beehive. So
And I just can't wait for more people to see how this works, because harvesting honey with the micro honey harvester is so much fun, and not just easy but fun. And I think people are going to really enjoy that. So really pleased, Andy, to see such a good result here today. Thanks.
yeah, absolutely. So we're glad you're here.
There you go.
Talk to you in the next video.